There's 3 or 4. One of these may bite. Let's see. Should be getting close. Come up. Come up. They're all of them are. Here we go.
Nice.
I saw one, but by the time my bait got there, there are 3 or 4, and winds up being pretty decent. But it always helps to, when you see one fish, sometimes you get him to bite, but if you get 4 or 5, a little competition, it seems like they always bite, but that was perfect. He ate it too. It's a Strike King Sexy Dawg Chrome Sexy Shad, and it is the closest thing that I have found to matching the blueback herring on the lake. It's the exact same size, and for the most part the color, even though the color's been kind of eaten off of this one. If we see a blueback today, you hold it up, it's basically a carbon copy. That's what you're able to do with the Panoptix right there. There's a bunch of them down there. Here comes one to the top, right behind my bait. Got him. Now you can see him on the screen as I fight him even. You see him coming on the screen. He's fixing to come up and jump. Well, there's number 2 that fell for the Sexy Dawg. But you know, it's such an advantage to have it because you know exactly where to throw. I mean, it's a big area right here, but with Panoptix, I'm able to throw and land it right on top of their head, know exactly how far to throw. And I mean, there's nothing else you can do that with. So with the Panoptix, it's looking out the direction you point the trolling motor. So I'm constantly scanning with the trolling motor without moving forward. When they show up brightest, you know you're looking straight at them. If they're kind of faint, then you can scan it around until you get them to where you get them bright. And then, I mean, look, basically I'm casting the exact direction that the trolling motor's moving or facing. I mean, it's amazing to watch them swim. They change depths. They're constantly moving. Sometimes you see a fish on here and just see the glimpse of him, so you have to scan around a little bit to get him lined up with your cone. You have to be able to throw, and of course the best thing about it is you can see your topwater land. It splashed right there, so I know I'm right on top of those, which were fish and shad. If you've got it pointed right at your bait, you're able to see your bait coming across the screen. There it is at 50, 40. And I mean, we're doing it with a topwater today, but you can do it with swim bait, crankbait, whatever. I mean, you can see it underwater just as good. It's just a lot more fun to do it with topwater. We're right here. This is the trolling motor. This is the depth. Right now we're in about 75 feet, and we're looking out 100 feet to the bank. So this is the bank. It's a little point and it has a drop, a ledge, there's a fish on it, and then it just drops straight off. So all this is the open water between us and the bank. And like, here's a fish. Of course, like, they swim, so you have to move your trolling motor a little bit to keep them in there sometimes. But well, there was several fish here. There we go. So here's 2 fish, there's 3, 4, 5, and they're all 40 feet right over there. 10 foot deep, and then here's one at 30 feet. And like I said, this is live. This is not what you're, like with Sonar, what you've been over. This is live. So these fish are swimming around. I mean, you see them, now they're in 20, a while ago they were in 10. Here's another one. And, I mean, these fish look pretty active, obviously. They're swimming around. There's been some schools of shad come through. And so they're feeding here for sure. Those could be stripers, or nope, that's a good one. I got it. And see, that right there is a perfect example of fish you would have never caught if you didn't have it. I mean, we're up on the point. Fish are supposed to be here. Panoptix is pointing out there. First cast, and there he is. And I've done that a lot, where I'm expecting the fish to be here, and then, oh, they're over here, and they'll bite. A lot of times, I mean, you know how it is where people fish same places, everybody throws the same place, and fish, nobody else would throw out there unless the fish came up. Let's see, there's some more out there at 70, those ought to bite. All right, I'm getting on top of them. They're coming straight up the whole school. Oh, he missed it, he got it. You could tell the images on the Panoptix a little bigger on those. That's a good one. Nope, that's a spot. That's a mean one. That was. There we go. He got close enough though. But you know, I've done that so many times where those are fish, or this was a fish that if I don't have Panoptix, I don't catch him because I'm normally throwing straight up there. But saw those, there was like 4 or 5 of them on Panoptix, and threw over there and caught him. With Panoptix, oh, there they are, throw right there. It makes it so much quicker and easier. They're up high in the water column too. That ought to be a, yeah, yep. When I saw those 10 foot deep and 4 or 5 of them, I knew they were gonna bite. Of course, I caught the littlest one probably. But the good news is, you look now, at 60, they're still there, so they didn't follow it up here. No. The wind hinders you from, you gotta constantly adjust. You see them and the wind blows you, so you kind of have to adjust, there they are. There's a whole school, 80 feet. Still, they're getting close. I ought to get all those to come up. There's my bait on top of them. Come on, come on. Here they come. Yeah, yep. Oh, he's a mean one. He's a good one too. I've had Panoptix for 2 years now, and it has really become essential. I can't, if I'm in somebody else's boat without it, I feel like I don't even have a chance. But it's so easy to use. There's no setup. It's plug and play. I don't adjust any settings. It does what, on the factory settings, it does what I need it to do. And today, what we're doing is using it to find suspended fish. They may be in, we've caught them as deep as 100 feet, but the fish suspended 10 or 20 feet. But that's not the only way that I use it that's helped me catch fish. Gunners will in the grass. When you're going down a grass line with the Panoptix, you know exactly where the grass ends. So it's real easy to keep your bait on the edge or see clumps or whatever. And then the other thing, just the bottom contours. If you pull up on a point and you scan, you can see exactly where it slopes off or where it drops off. Ledges, same way. Just knowing that if you're fishing a ledge, that the ledge is 40 feet over there, it helps tremendously, where you don't have to get up there and check or whatever. You know that that's where the drop is, and it keeps you from spooking fish. In addition to finding fish, it's got so many uses, and I still learn stuff every time I go, but I can't stand to be without it, that's for sure. There's plenty of them out here. Oh God. Well, he choked it. The fatty. The other thing I like about it is when you pull up on a place and look, if there's no fish, you can leave. It really does save you a lot of time. And like on lakes where I'm not familiar with, you can do, it's so much easier to use it to scan to see what the bottom is, see if there's fish there, whatever. It's a time saver, so many different ways. And then it's also frustrating because you see fish that won't bite. And watch them follow your bait back to the boat. Watch them ignore all your baits. But it, you know, just having the confidence to know that the fish are there, that means a lot. You may try different things that you ordinarily wouldn't do and figure out a way to catch them. And then, like, even with this topwater, you can, when fish follow it, I vary my retrieve, I stop it faster, see what works. And I mean, if you know there's one behind it and you do something different, he bites it, then you can repeat that.